Today I'll be reviewing the Anantara Dhigu in the Maldives. The resort is a short 30-minute boat ride from Malé. It is located in a giant lagoon with two other resorts, Anantara Veli and Naladhu. The Anantara Veli is considered the honeymoon island, and children are not allowed on this island except for dinner. Guests from Anantara Dhigu are welcome to use the facilities on Veli, enjoy the restaurants, and vice versa. Naladhu is the private residence island, and guests from Anantara Dhigu and Veli are not allowed over there. However, guests from Naladhu are welcome at Anantara Dhigu and Veli. To get around each island, they have complimentary pontoon boats that will take you there. The rooms are extremely nice and spacious. They have a modern design, yet they still have an island vibe. We stayed in the overwater villa, which I highly recommend. If not, the beach villas seem nice too. You can walk right out from the back of your villa to the beach. Each beach villa comes with designated lounge chairs right outside your hut, so there's no need to wake up early to reserve chairs. The overwater villas have a beautiful balcony that's quite large with a dock where you can walk right into the ocean. There's an outside shower to rinse the salt off when you come out. I don't usually talk about the bathrooms in my videos, but I have to talk about this resort's bathrooms because they are truly amazing. The focal point is the modern white tub with floor-to-ceiling windows. If you're a bath person, you'll love it. The shower is open to the bathroom and can enjoy the view from there too. It was kind of crazy when I saw a stingray in the water while showering. Now the toilet also has a view of its own. You can look straight ahead at the ocean, or you can look down through the glass and be entertained by the fish swimming below. Worried about privacy? There are motorized blinds so people can't see in, but you could actually still see out. They have an extensive amount of amenities including razors, hairbrushes, toothbrushes, etc. Turn-down service is also included at this resort. I would recommend the sunset villas over the sunrise villas since I've stayed in both and can make the comparison. The sunrise side faces a few of the islands, whereas the sunset side faces out into pure ocean. It's also less windy on the sunset side because the winds are coming from the east. However, the water is clearer in the late afternoon on the sunrise side, whereas there's more of a glare on the sunset side because the sun is closer to the water at that time. When I was looking at resorts, the Anantara Dhigu looked like it had the biggest lagoon. The water is unreal. It's crystal clear, turquoise, and warm. It's super shallow during low tide, so you can walk out really far. The beach goes all the way around the island and takes about 15 to 20 minutes to walk around it. I've never stayed at a resort where you can lap the island. Since there is so much beach, it's never busy. In fact, it often feels like there is no one staying at the resort. I also love sandbars, and there's a few of them there. There's another island just north of the overwater villas that you can swim, boat, or even walk to at low tide. This island has a few names: Snorkel Island, Picnic Island, and Gilafushi. There's a coral reef there and has pretty decent snorkeling. That's why one of the names is Snorkel Island. You can have lunch or dinner on the island. That's why one of the names is also Picnic Island. There's also a tiki bar on the island and you can just hang out and have a drink. On Dhigu, there's one giant infinity pool with an amazing view. I love how you can see the beach and the water from the pool. A lot of resorts in the Caribbean and Mexico have the pool so far back from the ocean that you can't even see it. Veli also has a pool on their island. It isn't as big, but it's just as nice and usually empty. There are many things to do at the Anantara that are included, and also things that cost extra. Sun salutations, volleyball matches, dance classes, and aquabics are a few of the included activities. Most of the water activities cost extra, especially the excursions. You can take a complimentary kayak out on the water for 2 hours. After that, it costs extra. The resort provides complimentary snorkeling gear, and you can snorkel around the Dhigu Island or at Snorkel Island. Around the islands and in the lagoon, you'll see turtles, stingray, and lots of sharks. These are shark-infested waters here. Just kidding. These are black tip reef sharks and they're harmless for the most part. If you don't bother them, they won't bother you. And that goes for the stingray as well. What you have to worry about more is the triggerfish, especially during nesting season. They will literally chase you down and bite you if you get too close to their eggs. Their bite's not venomous, but its teeth are big enough to send you for a stitch or two. It's best to keep a distance of at least 8 feet when admiring these creatures. The food is excellent. Everything we ate was flavorful. Even the buffets were good, and I don't usually like buffets. When the staff shows you the chef's garden on your arrival tour, you know that a lot of thought and care goes into the food. We had the half-board option where breakfast and dinner were included. There are 2 restaurants for breakfast. Fushi Cafe, that's on Dhigu, and 73 Degrees, that's on Veli. I personally like 73 Degrees on Veli more because of the view. Both of these restaurants also offer themed buffet dinners. There is Seafire Salt and Terrazzo in the same building on Dhigu, with Terrazzo being on the 2nd floor. These 2 restaurants are beautiful at sunset time. Ben Hura, the Thai restaurant, can be accessed through Veli. It's amazing and also has beautiful views. Unfortunately, I did not try Origami, the Japanese restaurant, since it was not included in our meal plan. Ben Hura and Seafire Salt are also both open for lunch. There is the Aqua Bar on Dhigu and the Doni Bar on Veli that's also open for lunch. There are other options to book private dinners on the beach, picnic island, or the floating barge at an extra cost. On Wednesday nights, they have a little cocktail party from 5 to 6 where they have complimentary food and drinks. The service is exceptional. Everyone says hello to you as you walk by. The management often asks if there's anything they can do to make your stay more enjoyable. At the restaurants, they like to learn your name and room number, and they also remember your preferences. For example, at breakfast, I like to sit out on the deck of 73 Degrees, and they would remember and give me the table that I liked without even asking. Also, one of the chefs knew I liked mangosteens, and she would give them to me every morning. It's the little things like that that make for excellent service. You're paying for a 5-star luxury hotel and you want to feel like you're being taken care of on top of everything. When you first arrive at the Anantara Dhigu, they have a warm welcoming. And then when you leave, they gather to wave goodbye. It's very interesting how they design the resort on the island. When you're facing toward the island, it doesn't look like there's a hotel there. All the beach villas are covered up by trees. The paths are made out of sand. It's so simple and gives off that desert island vibe instead of a massive overdeveloped resort. There are a lot of hammocks and seating areas around the resort, along with fun Instagrammy hammocks and swings in the water. There's a gym and also a kids club. The spa is on the water and looks like a pretty amazing place to get a massage. I have a few honorable mentions that I want to talk about. The first thing is that the resort has bicycles all over. If you see one, you can take it and bike from one end of the island all the way to your overwater villa. These were super handy when we were staying on the sunset side since our villa was farther away from the beach. We also just rode around the island for fun. The second thing is the foot wash station. There are foot wash stations in front of every room so you can wash the sand off your feet without carrying it into your room. I've never seen this before, and it's just a nice little extra touch that was well thought out. The third thing is that the pool is super warm. I've stayed in places where the pool is freezing and it's just not fun. The Dhigu pool has a swim up bar, and because the temperature is so warm, I had no issues about sitting in the water drinking an icy drink. No resort is perfect, but the Anantara is willing to improve. So I want to mention a couple things that I think the Anantara can improve on, and will also give you insight on what to expect. The first thing is that some resorts in the Maldives offer complimentary stand-up paddleboards, and I've been to some resorts where they offer complimentary paddleboards, like the Hilton in Moria. Unfortunately, at Anantara Dhigu, the stand-up paddleboards cost extra. I would have really liked to do some stand-up paddleboarding, especially in that lagoon, but I didn't want to spend the extra money. I think it would be nice if the stand-up paddleboards at the Anantara Dhigu were complimentary, at least for a couple hours, just like the kayaks. The second thing is that all the restaurants during lunch and dinner charge you for water, even just the still water. They give you many complimentary bottles of water in your room, and you never have to worry about needing drinkable water while in your room. However, you're not allowed to bring the water from your room to the restaurants. They want you to pay for it because drinks are not included in meal plans. And water is expensive, like not much cheaper than wine expensive. It would be nice if the Anantara Dhigu offered you even just still water during lunch and dinner at no extra cost. I do want to point out that coffee, tea, water, and juice are included at breakfast though. Overall, the Anantara Dhigu is an amazing resort. That lagoon is just remarkable and the rooms are beautiful. I was pleasantly surprised by the food and service provided. I would highly recommend the Anantara Dhigu to anyone planning on visiting the Maldives. Okay, world travelers, some of you have been wondering how I can afford to stay at 5-star hotels and resorts all the time. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret in order to save a ton of money on accommodations. I'm a member of Global Travel International, and if you become a member, you'll receive significant discounts on hotels and flights. By using my membership, I've saved thousands of dollars in just one trip. It's literally paid for itself after only one night, and I continue to save on all travel after that. Memberships start at $200 per year, but if you click the link below, you'll receive $100 off any membership. If you want to make the most out of your membership, I offer consultations. I'll explain my strategy and give you access to my email template for hotels and resorts that give me major discounts. My email is in the description below if you want to learn more and schedule a consultation.